couple years ago, we had to change, when Patrick decided to go pro, we had to change how we played. And we had to change our thought process. And we developed a new system that we thought was going to be able to help us have success. Well, we liked that system so much that we started recruiting to it. And what you're looking at here today is the group of young men who were recruited to play in the system that we have put together. The quickest, fastest, most athletic team that I've had here in my 7 years, and I don't think we've been any slouch on that end. So you're going to enjoy watching this group.
Yeah, we just want to thank you guys for coming out. You know, the new guys didn't believe us, you know, the amount of people we told them we're going to be there and the support that we get. So now they get to see firsthand, and you know, they'll be able to take this and run with it.
First, Nick Gertson just made our team. He's from Nebraska. He was a walk-on. No one had ever heard of him before, and he just kind of came every day and showed up and worked awfully hard and showed some skill and some tenacity, and it's going to be a joy to have Ned hang around. And another young man, the building's gone, but the name is not forgotten. And James Robertson, many of you know from Richwoods, is a local young man that had a great high school career, and we were excited that he wanted to be a part of our program. And so I'll start here with, this is Darian Norris. He's from the land of dice. Many of you have taken that Allegiant junket. It's been a good recruiting tour for us. It's no layovers, non-stop, to Vegas. I had to sell his mom and dad that they can get to our games real easy. And we certainly don't mind going out to recruit them because we enjoy the weather and the other things that Vegas has to offer. But Darian is a tremendous young man who is working hard, and he's got multiple abilities, one being the ability to score. And we're showing him that there's another end of the floor, the defensive end. He's adjusting to that pretty good too. The young man is Taylor Brown, and Taylor, it's an interesting story. Coach Brooks gets a phone call late in the recruiting period about this young man who's the son of an NBA player, and who's been working out in this gym, and somebody who knew another person who saw him knew Coach Brooks. We're excited to have I call him Peaches. He doesn't necessarily like that. I call him Peaches because sometimes he plays hard, sometimes he plays a little soft. We're working on it. You're going to love watching this young man grow. It's Taylor Brown. Edgerrin is from Louisiana, and the first time I saw Edgerrin, he reminded me of a young Daniel Ruffin, which is a tremendous compliment to Edgerrin.
I guess they want me to do a player invitation, and you guys really don't know this guy yet, but he's a real good guy, and you know, we really don't know where this kid's from. He's from, like, I think the whole southern United States. And it's Edgerrin McCain. You guys will pick it up as you see him a little more this year, but here we go. Be like, oh, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's going on, huh? Y'all ready to go out here and practice, huh? Hey, how many people gonna be at that I2 supper, y'all?
Wouldn't it be nice to add 40 pounds and people still call you Sticks? Well, that's what Sticks has done. He's added 40-some pounds this summer thanks to Ronnie Wright and his workout program, plus down in shakes and calories and making sure that he stops at every Dairy Queen in town. You know, one of the guys that we looked at after last season and talked about potential and ability, and we put some pressure on for the off season to dedicate himself to the game, to the weight room, to realizing his potential. And Will has had a great off season, has done a great job here into the preseason, and we're expecting big things from Will Egolf from Alaska. You want to know what tough is? Tough is sending him home for fall break for 4 days and he comes back with a black eye. I got a little nervous there for a second when
Coach made his way over to me after talking to Will with those eyes. I could have sworn he was going to give me something about the Cubs. But he didn't. He always seems to squeeze one of those in there, unfortunately. Growing up Cubs fan, I'm used to it.
Another young man who locally, grew up around Bradley basketball, and we're certainly proud that he wanted to be a part of Bradley basketball and come and walk on our team. And many people don't know this, but last year when we had an extra scholarship, the second half of the year, Ryan got that scholarship because of the hard work and dedication and devotion that he put in, and that's a great credit to Ryan. The first time I laid eyes on him as a player, I said, man, this guy is perfect for our system. And then you see the player, and sometimes the player and the person don't match. And when I sat down and talked to him after, and we had a discussion about Bradley, we had a discussion about him and what he wanted, I was more impressed by the person than I was the player. And I was pretty impressed by the player. It's taken a little longer with some guys to convince them. At first they wanted to go to Illinois State. Everybody's entitled one mistake. So I forgave him, and then he went to Iowa State. So we scheduled him, and we beat him. So he finally, 3 strikes and you're out, but he started swinging after 2. And see, what happens after you've been here a while, you kind of get a feel for how conditioning goes. It's not really a fun time of year. You got individual workouts, you're running with Ronnie, and so you figure, wow, now's as good a time as any to break your foot and get some time off. So another homegrown guy, Ryan Lavin from Peoria, Notre Dame. Ryan's been with us now for 4 years. I can't believe it. Enjoying yourself? I'm sure you know this guy. I was here in the 40s. We went to the Final Four. Sweet 16. Trying to add one more to this asterisk on the resume. This year, he shed some of that, some pounds that we gave to Sticks. So he made a sacrifice for his teammate, which we really liked. The biggest Canadian I've ever seen. DC from Ontario, his best and biggest in the biggest games. And that bodes well for what we've challenged him to do, is now take another step as going into a senior and not resting on what he did last year, but taking his game to a new level. And his approach mid to late summer, his approach here in the fall has really been dominant, and we like to see that out of him and expect big things from Theron Wilson.
I know you all have tasted the Sweet 16 NCAA berth before, and this year I think this team that really make that happen, and if not even more. So we're paying the price right now, and we're doing it for you and for Bradley itself. And like I say, thank you for coming out, Coach.